Well, greetings everyone. Welcome back to Top Tier Arcade. My name is Steve. We're actually in my bedroom. Now, normally on a pickup video, it'd be a little more excited, a little more enthusiastic, and also a little more prepared. So, interesting story really quick. We're looking at the internal storage in my apartment in our bedroom. So, here's what's going on. Conventionally, I'm in the car and I'm, going crazy and, excited, but we have a little preparation to do before I pick up this game, which is a grail, and I'm going to explain maybe even later in the car. So here is the internal storage of my unit, which is an older unit in Toronto, and they're a lot bigger. And this is going to help. So obviously you'd think, well, Steve, what the hell, another game? Now you'll have 10 in the apartment, and that must be a record. Right there you can see Gottlieb's Atlantis. It's a very desired EM. I have in storage. What I will have to be doing is taking all this stuff out for the most part and then putting Atlantis vertically, and then I'm going to have room where I can slide in the game. So I'll show you kind of the game plan. What's going to happen is Robo-War excuse me, is going to be folded. I don't want to leave it at my parents' because it's a pin. It takes up a bit too much room, and I don't want to go back and forth. Excuse me. Geez, so with that being said, I'm going to have to fold Robo-War. And then what I'll do is roll it into the storage beside Atlantis. And it needs, Robo-War is great and it works, but it will need restoring, and that's on the list anyways. But not yet, because I would have to move out because I need the space and yada yada. I have to do a whole teardown. So that's going to be the game plan. And then once I move it into the storage, like I just showed you, I'll go in the van and I'll give you a little more story on how this pickup came to be, which came out of nowhere, with like all of them do at the worst time, when you don't have the money, you can't spend the money, you don't have the room. But at last, then an actual good deal comes out, especially in today's COVID forced upper prices. So, two things I'm going to do. I'm going to set you up with breaking down this machine. I'm also going to put in that storage this air conditioning unit. So we're going to have a lot of room. And Robo-War is higher than a Stern game. Excuse me, a WPC Williams. So I'm going to move it a little back so we have a little more room. The great news is, I've kind of convinced my wife that it's the same square footage, so she's okay with that. Again, shitty timing, I need a new car probably, but alas, pinball takes precedence. I'm going to set you up now. I'm going to do a montage. I know you've been seeing that with my Play Ball Restore videos. I hope you guys are liking them. And I'm going to break it down, and also I'm not going to film me cleaning out the closet. I'm going to just show you after I break it down. I put it in there, and then we'll hop in the car, and it's going to be tomorrow. So I'm going to hop in the car tomorrow, and then I'll pick up the game and then bring it back. just saw the montage. I also have spent about an hour reorganizing it. Look at this storage space. The great news is I've actually, weirdly, because I'm going up, I've actually made more space than I had before, kind of the Tetris way around it. So that's how the storage is in my room. And it's storing, again, Robo-War and Atlantis, everything's safe. Now, like a dumb idiot, and a rookie mistake, again, I have so much in my mind, it's forgotten. I forgot to take the balls out of Robo-War. Now, what I've done is, when I put it down, the balls rolled to the trough, and I just put, like, tissue paper and stuffed it in so they don't roll. Maybe there was a part that maybe rolled. Even if one of the balls, because there's two, it's a two-ball game. It's, you know, it's at the top, it's kind of just like this, it's on metal, and again, the balls are pretty clean, so I'm not worried about any fade, wear, or rust. Again, it's put in a very dry and cool storage, which is perfect. So, next is going to be me in the car, kind of giving you the story how I'm going to pick up the Bram Stoker's Dracula. It's one of my Grail games that was on the short list about a year in when I started collecting pins. So this was one I have a lot of memories on, and can't wait to do the official 1 to 5 series. This is going to be part 1. I'm going to go through them all. So I'll be in the van with you and give you a story how the deal came about and why I'm picking this game up. Well, everyone, now I know you saw me clean the apartment and get ready for this new pickup. So I'll give you the genesis of how this came to be. So I was talking to a buddy of mine. I helped pick up a game with him. Now that I have my dad's van that they're in Greece. And they're coming shortly. So this is perfect timing. Everything. The pickup, the sale of play ball, and this. In the conversation we had, he was kind of like, look, I've had the game forever. I love, you know, Bram Stoker's Dracula. It's an amazing WPC game. It's a classic, yada, yada, yada. Great tournament game, great theme, great callouts, whatever. Well, yes, at the same time, no one really played it as much in his family. And he's like, you know what, Steve, if I'm going to let it go, you know, you convinced me enough to say, look, you have money in hand. Because I had a few deals that I was going to get 2 games that never came to fruition. One was an import problem because I'm in Canada and all that shit. And then also some person who was humming and hawing about their own game and they're going, no, I'd rather keep it. Okay, whatever. So, yes, I'm picking up Bram Stoker's Dracula. It is one on my Grail list that I've had for many, many years. And it's a game that I remember when I was in Greece in '93 when it came out and played it. But I'll do that later in the memories video. So I'm on the way to my buddies to pick it up. He's doing some renos. I think it should be already wrapped. He has a lot of extras with it. I think he has pin sound. He has a lot of inner art blades. He has mods and whatnot. So it's really good value. It's a good price he's going to give me. He's giving me a bro price, which is probably to around a couple of grand, maybe, really, you know, was for what things are going right now. So it's a great deal. Won't come up again in the near future, I think. And though my wife is like, oh shit, another one, she knows that the deal's good and it's my one for the year, unless something crazy happens and get another one. But that's what we're gonna do now. Chris is usually a buddy of mine's usually a pretty shy guy. So I don't know, or not shy, but more of a private person. He may not allow me to film, but I'll definitely film me bringing it up the apartment because Mary, my wife, is going to help me put in the apartment, but I won't set it up because I have to come back to my parents. So it's going to be folded for a few days until I get to it and set it up myself, which will be the next part of the video if, you know, Chris doesn't allow me to film. So I'll be back and you'll see the game and we might be able to go like look at a little of it. Maybe not the full thing because it's going to be folded. We'll go from there. All right, so I've just picked up a machine. Chris and I were talking and by the time we loaded it really quick and it was just shooting the shit, we didn't have time to put it in. But Mary, if you want to pan to the back and just show the game itself, nicely wrapped. Chris gave me a lot of extras too. They were grateful. Again, he's a buddy of mine. And we made a really good deal and he gave me a really good price. And especially, it was crazy because a lot of the mods I wanted, the side blades, The pin sound's an interesting thing, but he gave me the original WBC soundboard if I want to replace it, and other little mods, the plastic mods, which I'll show you, the prototype ones. There's a few other things I'll show you when we drop it off. So Mary and I are going to go to the apartment, drop it off. I'm not going to put on legs yet. It's going to still stay folded because we have stuff to do. And then in a few days, I'll revisit it by myself, put on legs and set it up, and let's turn it on and see what it looks like. But I'm happy with it. It should be an interesting addition to Top Tier. Again, it's one that I've wanted, which I'll explain in the later videos and why. But yeah, it looks great, and I can't wait. So, all right, so we just moved BSD, Bram Stoker's Dracula, into position for now. Plus, again, there's pin sound, art, there's other stuff. That'll explain what that is later. Obviously, the legs, my pump, my fucking wheels died. I'm like halfway dragging it, and the coin box, and a whole bunch of shit that I haven't even gone through. So excited. Won't be set up for a few days, but next scene will have me doing a montage like I did right here, setting it up, turning it. Oh, God, that was death. I mean, you guys probably saw me struggling. I can't remember how heavy these stupid things are, and the problem is, I don't have the right tools. I should have got the drill that, you know, with the nut and just screw them in quick. That was death. But either way, I did it, and quick show of the game so far. I put the head bolts in off camera. I'm going to cover, by the way, I'm going to cover with, like I did Robo-War, with blankets or whatever, so on this side it doesn't get faded, which are, you know, so notorious for, and this is beautiful art. Now we're going to go through this on part 2, which is going to be next video, which is going to be the cabinet. We're going to go in and out, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to turn it on in just a moment, but before doing that, Chris also gave me the original Dracula board. There's my shisha stuff, the original Jeremy, like Ron Jeremy coffin mod, the art blades, which is beautiful. I was going to buy them anyways. This is interesting. Chris also just gave me, these are wooden type of inserts. If you want a bigger sub for your game, it just fits in for WPC. That's kind of neat. Some other, you know, original scorecards, the original plastics, some other stuff. This is our buddy Doug, because the WPC, when you turn it on, does like a chirp. It's like, chirp. It prevents it. I haven't put that on yet. And just some other parts I haven't really gone through, so that's kind of neat. Oh, and the original coffin there, or something or other. And then, because that's the mod there, that's Terrible Glare, which looks actually really good. The only thing is, I don't know if I'm going to keep that on, but I'll explain why in the next video. And I can already see that they have the prototype plastics, which I wanted anyway, so that really, really makes things great. But yeah, I'm happy with it, and you know what? Let's do it. Let's turn it on. I have not turned it on yet. God, I always get worried about this. Here we go. 3. Actually, let me close the door. Shit. 3, and 2, and... Good. Okay, so balls in. Let's try it. Oh, by the way, that's the pin sound. So that's pin sound. Let's turn it on.
Welcome to the cafe.
I actually like the original soundtrack. This is the pin sound, which sounds actually kind of awesome. But, I don't know. We'll see what happens with it. We'll get to it on the second... Okay, it seems to be working. Okay, I'm going to get to it on the second video. Ready? I'm already there. Anyways, I'm going to get to it on the second video, which is going to be the cabinet. We'll go in and out. We're going to lift the playfield. We're going to go in and out the back, see what's going to be done and what mods I have ready for it, and then moving forward. So guys, if you haven't had a chance, please subscribe. Obviously, there's going to be at minimum 5-part series on this coming, plus mods that I already have in mind, and who knows what else is coming. This was kind of a surprise pickup, so it's turning into, and you know, the last quarter of the year, pretty interesting. Can't believe how beautiful the original art is. But anyways, guys, thanks for checking out Top Tier. Let me know if you need anything, any questions, anything. And it's always been a pleasure. Take care. Peace.